What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today I'm going to be playing squad battles for a couple of reasons. Well, I'm going to do one live squad battles game anyway, maybe two, depends how long we take here. Reason number one is because with in light of the recent speculation that the guys that are finishing high up are cheating, I want to show people that I'm not cheating, basically, because even though I got 10th 3 or 4 weeks ago, 40th the week before, and quite comfortably hit top 100 this week, there was a lot of speculation that I was outside of the top 100 until Thursday, and then all of a sudden I'm hitting top 100 and got to 14th. Well, the reason why that happened is because I got Thierry Henry, and he was huge for me. You know, he ended up taking me from being unable to win 5 games by 5 goals, sorry, to comfortably winning every game by 5 goals on squad battles. So there are a few dudes here. The guy who's number 1 is almost definitely the guy who's almost number 6. This guy here, Luisinho DND, is another Brazilian that's also using the exploit. And now, the exploit is something that it's around, it's out there, it's quite easy to find out how to do. And I'm torn between whether or not it's cheating or not, and we'll get to that in a second. But so number 1 and number 2 are using the exploit. This guy is possibly not using the exploit because you can actually get 121,000, 122,000 points from Legendary. This guy here, number 6, is most definitely using the exploit, and there's another one, this guy here, number 12, he's also definitely using the exploit. So there's 4 dudes that are using the exploit. As I say, the exploit, it's not cheating. It is against EA's terms of service, because what happens is it's a case where how to explain it? You're using something that's usable in game, that's not cheating, quite like the fake shot in Legendary, but in EA's terms of service there's something that says that it is against the terms of service to use in-game exploits. And what that means, there's a very fine line, because using the low driven shot is an exploit, right? It's overpowered as hell, and it's overpowered because the goalkeepers don't have the save animations to make the saves to save the shots, so therefore that's an exploit. It's the same as in Legendary. When you do a fake shot on Legendary, the character, the opponent's AI that was man marking the player that does a fake shot, they stand still, rooted to the spot for around 3 seconds. And I'll do it in this game to show you. And in my opinion, that's an exploit. And the exploit that you use to beat ultimate difficulty convincingly is something along those lines. It's something that you can do just by using the regular game mechanics within the game. So although this number 1 is using the exploit, I don't think he's cheating. So what I've done is I've taken it to EA. I did it on my alternative account. I showed EA how it's done and what these guys are doing, and I asked them if this is okay or if this is against terms of service, because if EA say, hey, this is okay, it's part of the game, I'll start doing it myself. If they say, no, we feel that this is against terms of service, I won't do it myself, right? And hopefully action will be taken against these if it is against terms of service. With that being said, this is something that will be next to impossible to patch, because it would literally be like patching the fake shot. What are you going to do? Stop people from using the fake shot in squad battles because you don't want them to beat the AI? Like, it's going to be tough. So, have I got fitness on these players? Mostly. Let's add a few fitness cards in here. I've been doing a bit of bronze pack method, trying to get my fitness back up, my fitness cards back up. I might start buying squad fitness cards, you know. Usually I use bronze pack method to do it, but I haven't been opening as many bronze packs recently, just through laziness. I need to get into opening a whole bunch more bronze packs. We've got a few good stuffs on here. Why didn't I use some of these players for games? Oh, I know, for a YouTube video. Alessandrini can get a fitness card on him there. Henry is okay, and Costa can as well. And also, I'm going to change my Rui Costa. I know I spent 5,000 coins on putting a Hunter Chem style on him. I'm going to play him with Deadeye on going forwards. He has 88 sprint speed anyway, and Deadeye boosts his shooting so much so that I feel like he'll become a better finisher for it. Although he gets a lot of assists for me, I think I can get more goals out of him. So we're going to play Deadeye on him. So everyone's on 10 chemistry, I believe. Indeed they are. This is our subs bench. I'm going to take Petit off the bench. We're going to put Kimmich onto the bench. And we're going to go and play today a game on Legendary, not Ultimate. I don't play Ultimate, so I kind of just, like I said, I want to show people what I do in detail so that you can see that my rise up to 14th was simply because I was able to manipulate the AI on Legendary effectively. I went, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday's games before I got Henri. Not only was I not scoring all the goals that I needed to score, I was having to give up clean sheets on purpose to take the games to extra time, just so that I could, get the 5 goals. And even then, sometimes I still didn't score the 5 goals. So when I got Henri in the team, his finishing is so deadly, and he just generally is so good that it became super, super easy to get the 5 goals, which then meant whether or not I could hold possession long enough to get the clean sheet and whether or not I could get the corners and the shots. So there are a few things that you need to focus on when you play Legendary squad battles. The first thing you need to focus on is getting 5 goals. That's literally primary number 1. And as some people would have understood, legacy defending is what I use. Legacy defending is what most people use. And if you read the description, it says tactical defending gives you the ability to time your tackles and maintain your position like never before, which is basically contain. Legacy defending gives you the familiar defending controls of past FIFA titles, which is back from FIFA 12. I think they introduced tactical defending. Legacy defending is not available online, only offline. And it's basically, instead of containing, they go and put tackles in instead, which it can be helpful, it can be useful, but the problem with it is you drag players out of position way, way easier than with tactical defending. So it's not necessarily a case. Let's see this new shooting of Rui Costa. Ooh. Right, so although goals is the primary thing, when you've got a corner, come short, right? Come short and just run down the line. You'll likely get another corner. That's not a goal kick. Come on, EA. That's how I get my corners. I get a corner initially through just natural play, and then I do my best to force extra corners. And as I say, when we're talking about manipulations and exploits, generating corners in that method is as exploitative as the way that the person who's number 1 is beating Ultimate convincingly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally doing something that is an exploit. Running down the line and getting corners, it's an exploit. But to go back to what I was saying, what you're going to need to do is, first and foremost, you want to get your 5 goals. This is how to get max points. You want to get your 5 goals. You want to try and keep a clean sheet. Now, this is against quite a low-rated team, so they do have Aubameyang. They might be able to score a goal in this game just because they have Aubameyang. And he's just god tier, even though they've got low chemistry and poor other players. Like Aubameyang's in here. Unfortunately, he's screwed up. Oh, come on now, get out of there. So yeah, first and foremost, you want to get your goals, right? Go on, Matuidi, bombing through there. Still got that, and we're through here with Alaba. Oh, back post, Thierry Henry is there. Goalkeeper punches. It's going to fall to Paul Pogba. Should be a goal. It's a silver goalkeeper. Oh, it's hit the post. Paul Pogba, please. Sort yourself out, man. That should have been a goal. Maybe I have to put a Deadeye on Pogs as well. Give him that finishing boost. Those long shots at finishing. Deadeye for me is I was actually talking to Nick about this just a little while ago. For me, Deadeye is the most overpowered attacking chem style this year. I know people prefer to go for things like Hunter or Catalyst because of pace. I see a lot of Hawks, and for me, Engine last year was so big because of how important dribbling was last year. And with Engine, you ended up getting good agility and balance boosts, which was important for attackers. You know, I actually think I had one of my strikers on an Engine chem style instead of anything else. Let me see if I can get this This AI, I'm trying to do the fake shots. No, let me get what I need first, and then I'll try and show you the other exploits that I use in Legendary. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. So what you want first is you want your 5 goals first, and then you need to make a decision. Decision number 1, depending on how many shots and corners you have, is whether or not you should keep a clean sheet or go for corners. That's a good block. Because it's for some people, keeping a clean sheet is primary number 1. God damn, I'm not getting into this right here. I need to sort myself out. I should have just shot there with Henry. There's no need to try and do a fake shot.
Don't think the coach would be too happy with this.
Gonna have to get this ball back here. There we go, Vidal. There we go, into Pogba. Pogba with the evasive manoeuvres. Henry, Rui Costa. This should be a goal. Here we go. Thierry Henry. Good save from the goalkeeper. Alessandrini is going to get there. Got it into Alaba. Love a little bit of trickery. Rui Costa's open. Can't get the ball to Rui Costa. I should have the ball back here. My first goal's coming. Once we get that first goal as well, it becomes quite easy to get the rest. The AI becomes a little bit more offensive. They try and push out a little bit more and score some goals, which creates gaps in the defence, which obviously makes it considerably easier. Rui Costa's in here. There we go. There we go. Rui Costa with the goal of dreams. The fake shot stop, so deadly at all times. Rui Costa gets that first goal. And that's it. That's the start of it. So 29 minutes it took me to get that first goal. I'm hoping we'll get at least the second before half time. Normally, when I'm not recording, obviously I'm able to focus a little bit easier, and so it might be a little bit more difficult for me right now to get what I need to get because of the fact that I am recording. There's that fake shot inside. Thierry Henry can't hold it. Normally I'm 3, 4, sometimes even all 5 goals up by half time. But what's interesting is it's easier to keep a clean sheet if you score the goals later on, so long as you score the goals, right? Because if you score the goals early, let's say you get all 5 goals by half time, you're then spending the whole of the second half just trying to hold possession. And when you try and just hold possession, the AI, they push out massively. They go ultra attacking, they go high pressure, and it feels like you're just under the cosh constantly. That's a good tackle there. Am I going to win this ball back? No. Aubameyang picks that back up. That's a good ball. He's got the inside ball. That's my ball. Paul Pogba, love that. And now we've got the counter-attack of dreams here. Let's go. Thierry Henry is there. We're going to fake shot past this defender. And he's actually managed to keep up with me there. That's diabolical. I'm not playing very well. I need to stop trying to do things smart and just get it done. Rushing my passing. Rushing against the AI is unnecessary. The AI doesn't understand urgency, doesn't understand patterns or trickery, you know, or things like that. The AI just understands, oh, is that a foul? Damn it, man, I've lost 5 points off of that. The AI understands very limited things. Now, I'm actually going to have to go into my I'm concentrating stance here in a second. Win that header out. There we go. Right, here we go. We're in good shape here. We're in good shape for a goal. Almost half time as well right now. Oh, God. This really bad defence is causing me issues. I think, don't they have a bronze goalkeeper as well? I need to just take more shots. That's my throw-in, right? Hey, come on, EA. That's cheating. I tackled him, but I tackled the ball off of him. That was a foul again. Come on, that's just a bit of strength, EA, right there. Oh, God. Don't let it be. Good Alaba. All right. This has got goal written all over it. This has Henry, fake shot, finesse shot, golazo. No, Ripley with the save. All right, I'm only 1-0 coming on to half time. This is going to be, it's really, really troublesome for me if I can't get all 5 goals. I don't want to go in just 1-0 at half, not against this team. I'm going to need to focus. I feel so weird when I sit in my focus spot when I'm playing for a video. I usually like sit upright in videos instead of like as if I'm trying to focus.
Well, this attack has got a bit of menace to it.
Come on, Henry. That's a good save. Should be my ball back. I'm struggling here, guys. He's blown for half time there as well. I'm struggling to get the goals. I'm going to have to go down to this is my hey, I'm focusing spot. I haven't done good passing or anything. I don't want instant replay. I'm going to go attacking. I should have gone attacking anyway, to be fair. If we can't get 2 or 3 goals within the first sort of 15-20 minutes here, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Come on. Just focus. Henry. I could have taken that in again. I don't know why I rushed that shot. There was no need to rush that shot. Come on, man. See the level of intensity I have to give right here, guys? This is what I have to do every game for all the games throughout squad battles. This isn't like a one-off game where I've just got to make it intense. Oh, come on. How's he got a tackle in there? This is every game for me when I play squad battles. Full level of intensity for the whole 90 minutes of every game. Specifically, once you get 5 goals, it makes it even more difficult. Here we go. There we go. There's 2. Right, that's 51 minutes. There's the second goal. Henry with the scoop turn past the defender. The low driven. The OP low driven. And the scoop turn. We might get the ball straight back here. Yeah, nice. Can we go and get ourselves another goal straight away as well? No. Couldn't manage to bustle my way through that, that defensive AI. If I could steal the ball here, though, that would be nice. Now that I'm 2-0 up as well, they're going to go ultra-attacking immediately. You can see straight away how much more space there is in the midfield, which is great for me because as soon as I get possession of the ball back, assuming that I don't concede, we get, like, easy counters on here. So the ball comes out. Boom. Henry's away. Boom. And we hit him with the old turn inside. The ball inside. Pogba with the McGeady spin. Pogba finds Vidal. Vidal finds the back of the net. And there's the third goal. Easy as you like. My problem is not going to be scoring the 5 goals this game. My problem is going to be whether or not I can get the 10 corners. That is going to be my biggest issue. So I do need to focus on corners at one stage or another. I'll show you what the maximums and stuff are in a second as well. Well, at the end of the game. I think I played squad battles once live though, didn't I?
Going forward well.
No need to pass that. That was silly. That was very silly. There was absolutely no need to pass that at all. Right, they're making subs. Let's get this ball into Henry. Let's get this ball into Rui Costa. Rui Costa. Is it a bronze goalkeeper or is that a silver goalkeeper? I can't remember. Either way, he shouldn't be saving that. Oh God. Now that they're 3-0 as well, the counter-attacks are really going to start coming out. Rui Costa, get there, baby. Ah, don't let him get that ball back to Aubameyang. I don't care if he's got it with anyone else. It's Aubameyang that I don't want him to have it with. Here we go, Rui Costa. We've got some runners on the inside. Rui Costa all by himself. And the tap in for Alessandrini. There's the 4th goal, guys. 4-0. This was stress. I'm glad we're already up to 4-0. I am going to need to figure out a way to get corners, though. And now that it is 4-0, 4-0 is where, like, the AI changes as well. The AI goes, like, crazy offensive at 4-0. Oh, Henry's away. Oh, come on, man. I aimed that towards Henry. I gave that to Henry. I aimed that at Henry. Henry didn't pick it up. Ball comes out. That should be my ball. Matuidi to Alessandrini. It's a foul, ref. Don't worry about it, ref. Get the ball back, boys. Come on. I still need that 5th goal. That 5th goal, the 5 goals and a clean sheet is imperative, right? The corners and the shots are kind of necessary bonuses, specifically for top 10 and top 100 and stuff like that. But 5-0 and a clean sheet is primary number 1. And I will go all-out attack if I need to get the late goal. But we should be all right here. Oh, that's luck. That's luck, but I'll take it. Right, so there's the 5-0. So what I want to show you right now is what we've got and what we need. So we've got our 5 goals and we've got our 10 shots on target. That's the limit you can get to. 10 shots on target is the maximum limit. In terms of possession, the maximum limit you can get to is 60%. And in terms of tackles, it's a maximum of 20 tackles. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose 10 points because of the 2 fouls that I've given. And you can get to a maximum of 10 corners and a maximum of 80% pass accuracy. So we've got the goals, we've got the shots. We're halfway there through tackles, but tackles are 1 point per tackle, so it's negligible. We've only got 1 corner, and we've got 49% possession. So the next 2 things to work on are A, keeping the clean sheet, and B, getting corners. Possession, because it's also only 1 point per possession point, possession's really not that important. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to go ultra defensive, because I want my team to sit super deep, since the AI at 5-0 again are going to be so offensive in trying to get the goals back. They press so high at this stage that all I want to do is just keep that clean sheet as well as trying to get the corners. And the best way to get corners is by hitting long shots and hoping the keeper saves it out, just like that. Now, unfortunately, that didn't get saved out. That got saved in. But with the throw in here, we can actually abuse the corner taking technique to get the corner here as well. We just run down the line and then have them tackle the ball out of play like that. And now that's 2 corners. Now, hopefully, we can generate a lot of corners off of this. You pass it short, you run down the line, and hopefully they tackle it out of play. And that's a 3rd corner. Now, for me, when we go back to how the guys beat Ultimate with using an exploit, for me, this is an exploit. It's not the way the game is intended to be played. So I'll find it very interesting to see what EA have to say about whether or not the method to beat Ultimate is considered an exploit that shouldn't be used, or is okay, or will be patched one way or another. As I said, I'm not going to explain to you guys how to do it because I want to first get the word back from EA as to what's what. But it's definitely an interesting mannerism that you can use to just get yourself easy points on Ultimate difficulty. And what's really frustrating for me is that I missed out on top 100 last week, not the week just gone, but the week before. I missed out on top 100 on that because I tried playing Ultimate difficulty throughout the whole week to see if I could master it, and it turns out the guy who's #1 wasn't actually mastering Ultimate but using an exploit. And I could have got top 100 if I would have just kept playing on Legendary. You know, I would have got there in the end. Now, we ended up getting a good amount of corners there. I've got 8 corners. What I'm now going to do is, because we're late in the game, the 80th minute, I really don't want to give up a late goal. I'm now going to work on getting possession higher, right? So I want to work on getting my possession up, because although we can get 2 more corners for those extra 10 points, it's not worth sacrificing a clean sheet for 2 corners extra, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch to 5 at the back. We're going to go into the squad. We're going to put Matuidi in centre back. That's going to be our defence as normal. And I'm going to take off all 3 central base players because their stamina's low. And I want these guys, I want my 3 midfielders to be able to chase down constantly with me just holding sprint as much as possible. So we go 5 at the back. We go park the bus. And what we're going to do now is, once we get possession of the ball, should we get possession of the ball, is we're just going to hold on to it for the rest of the game. And it's not easy. This is where I think a lot of people really struggle on Legendary is with things like this, because the AI, they abuse at this stage. You know, they go all out attack. They press you hard. Like, they don't give you time on the ball. God, if I actually concede that. Yeah, they don't give you time on the ball or anything like that. It's literally like constant pressure. There are a few methods to holding possession. #1 is just shimmying across like this. You'll be able to get all the way across the field about once before they decide to try and tackle you. And then when they try and tackle you, you're going to want to release the possession and move the ball about. Now, the worst thing you can do is stay in your defensive shell. Because if I stay in this area here, look at where their defensive line is on the minimap right now. Watch, in a second, everyone in that defensive line is going to bomb up the field to try and come and get the ball off me. And it's hilarious. It's obviously that the AI is like changing the idea of how they want to play, right? They've gone from, okay, we're holding on here, to, okay, we want to go and get the ball back off this guy who's held possession for far too long. And that's understandable, but it's tough. It is tough to hold on to the possession of the ball constantly. So Valencia here back into Bailly, and now look at their defensive line. There you go. Their right back, the guy that's chasing me down here, he just sprinted all the way up the field to come and get me, to try and come and get the ball off me. So you can't just like hold the ball forever. They will eventually come at you. As you can see now, look at this guy, he's come at me here. So the way to get around this is by finding a pass. No, that's just not where I aimed it. Look, I want to show you that that's not where I aimed it. Maybe that was where I aimed it and I've got my controls wrong. Look, I aimed that there. Look, you can actually see where this angle, this angle is. I'm trying to aim that to the guy in the bottom left of the screen. And I ended up letting go of pass when it was dead straight. Now I've got like auto passing on, right? So the game chooses one of the players to pass it to. You can see where the circles around them. The game in this instance decides that #3 is the most obvious pass choice of where I'm aiming. it doesn't take into consideration that he's being man-marked by number 9, and number 4, who is the second pass choice, is being man-marked by number 11, and your man who's sitting in the bottom left of the screen wide open isn't being man-marked. It doesn't even consider him as a pass. I got lucky there. I got lucky. I should aim my passes better. We've only got 3 minutes of injury time to hang on. I don't even know how many minutes of injury time we are. But when you get stuck in a situation like this, 1-2s work a treat. Just pass the ball, do LB, and then the player will run into space. So we end up getting the 5-0 there, guys. And that's a good start. And this is what I've been doing every day since I got Henry. And I found it so much easier to do this with the team that I've got now. Because when I have Martial and Mbappe and stuff, I found it difficult to get the goals every single time. It did genuinely become quite difficult for me. So we got 521 points in total for skill rewards. We lost 5 points for the fouls. I thought it was 5 points per foul. Maybe it's to a maximum of 1 foul. That's interesting. So a maximum of 1 foul. We got 10 successful tackles, so 10 points there. 56% possession. We only missed out on 4 points from possession. We didn't miss out anything from pass accuracy. We got the man of the match winner. We lost 5 points from fouls. We got all the goals. We lost out on 10 points from corners. So I could have only possibly got a maximum of 14, 19, 29 more points. That's the maximum I could have got. So in terms of skill rewards, the absolute limit you can get to for skill rewards is 550 points. That is the limit you can get to. We're at 521, so we're nearly at the top. Now the problem is the team rating and team chemistry means our match complete points on the far left-hand side. See on the left-hand side there it says match complete. That's really low. Because the team rating and team chemistry is so low, it only goes to 243. So when we multiply the difficulty bonus by that, it's not too much. If you play a high-rated team with high chemistry and high rating, that match complete might be as much as 310 or 320. So an extra 60 points after the difficulty bonus would have actually got me like an extra 120 points or so, which would have put me about 2,840, which is huge. 2725 is still quite big, and when we go in, that puts us to silver 2. It's not quite good enough, I don't think, for top 100 just yet. Always on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, top 100 is super, super high, and then people start missing games or losing composure or don't have time or the mental capacity to play to a high level. But if we got our 2725 4 games in a row, let's take that, and it wouldn't even be that. It would probably be more, assuming I can get the 5-0s in every game, because that obviously that was the lowest chem, lowest rated team, so that's going to be the lowest points for a 5-0. So if we got the 2725 by 4 plus the 1900 points, I would have the 1900 points for the featured squad. I would have 12,800 points. So I would get to, on this current rate, I would get to, where's 12,800? I'd be about 60th in the world. If I can get a few 2800s in there as well, maybe get up to like 13,000, maybe 13,200, that would put me as high as, oh damn. That would actually put me into 4th or 3rd spot pretty much. So if I can have a good first opening round and get myself into the top 10 sort of situation, I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to get top 10 this week, which is where I want to go. You know, that top 10 spot is obviously deadly in terms of rewards. Top 100 is great, but top 10 gives you an ultimate pack and 2 rare players packs plus 87.5k coins, which is sick. Now we end up completing a couple of objectives there today. So let's complete our daily objectives and show you guys what we get. We get 800 coins for the first timer. And what do we get for Victoria Squad Battling? We get a healing card. Not really that helpful to me. We'll get about 400 or 500 coins for it. I'll sell those at a later date. And then weekly objectives, I've got 3 more to do. I need to go and get 10 more goals in online seasons and 9 more games in online seasons, which I will play throughout the week over the next few days. And then Mind Reader, assist 3 or more goals using threaded through balls. I don't even know what threaded through ball is, but I'm going to try my best to complete that as well. In terms of sales, guys, you're going to see some unique faces in the transfer list. So we sold that Toni Kroos. You're also going to see some players. Where are they? Dele Alli there. I bought him and then sold him for a video on YouTube for my main channel. The same with Edison, the same with Jesus, the same with Danny Rose, the same with Raheem Sterling, and the same with Ander Herrera. So I bought those for the most used team in FIFA and then sold them again. Some of them I made some profit on, some of them I didn't make any profit on. Because after tax, I managed to snipe every single one of them for cheap. Martial as well. I bought Martial for 60k. There's a 60k bid on him there. Let me drop that down to 65. So if he sells for 65k, which I sniped him, he was selling for 63k when I bought him. So if he does sell for 63, 64k, I am going to lose like 200 to maybe 1,000 coins on tax. If he sells for 60k, I'll lose 3,000 coins on tax. But I like to do the YouTube videos on this account. It's just nice and easy for me to do them on an account where I've got so much on there. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys, but I just wanted to show you my squad. Like, realistically, I know not many people questioned it, but some people did question it. I just wanted to show you that I'm winning on on Legendary to get my points. I'm not playing on Ultimate. I'm getting 27 to 2,800 points a turn. Some of the turns that I got at the back end of last week, I was getting over 11,000 points per turn. If I can keep up that 11,000 points, I'll easily be able to get, like I got 119,000 last week, almost 120,000, and that was with me screwing up 4 turns. I easily missed out on, in my opinion, at least 4,000 points is what I missed out on. So if I can get like a great run like that and get to 124,000 points, that will put me up as high as, that would put me 3rd roughly this week. But then if I would have been 3rd, see this guy here, because he's number 1 and number 6, he doesn't play his games. If he would have dropped outside the top 10, he would have played another game to boost himself into top 10. So, going forwards for this week, hopefully I can get into the top 10 again and get that ultimate pack. If not, I'm definitely looking to get top 20 every week from this point going forwards. And then come the end of the year, with all those top 20 rewards that we're hopefully going to be picking up, so long as we can continue this good form in squad battles. You know, 75,000 coins week on week, 100k pack week on week, 250k packs week on week. It's going to be great. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.